MileHighMinute #1 podcast in the fucking universe. Today we got a Denver legend, man. Jay Triiiple in the building.
What's up? What's up, y'all?
How you doing?
Appreciate it. I'm good.
Hell
Good,
yeah.
man. Getting over a cold, no corona. So,
No corona?
yeah, excuse me if I sound congested. Yeah,
No, you're good.
for sure.
Last night I smoked some random weed and I was over there thinking I had corona. I was tripping, but anyway.
Shit.
Let's just hop right into the interview. So,
For sure.
where are you from originally?
I'm from Decatur, Illinois, small
Okay.
town. So I was born here, but I only lived here till I was like 1. So I was a baby, and then
Oh, okay. So you're born in Denver?
yeah,
Okay.
Aurora.
Aurora, okay.
And I moved to Decatur, Illinois. That's where like most of my family is from. My mom still lives there and everything.
Yeah.
That's where all my family was from, and they moved out here. Had me, we moved back, and then I moved here when I was 15. So
Oh, okay.
it's about half and half. So
Decatur, I've heard of Decatur. Is that like, how far is that from Chicago?
like 2 hours.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Yeah, it's a real small town.
Were you ever in Chicago at all? Like,
Nah, I mean, like, yeah, we used to go visit, like, all the time. We
yeah.
used to go, like, to the Bulls games and stuff
okay.
like that all the time with my dad and all that. And I got family there. I got cousins and stuff like
okay,
that.
yeah.
But, nah, it's, like, 2 hours. It's, like, real small town.
yeah. Okay. And then you moved to Colorado when you were 15,
Yeah,
you
about
said?
15 years old.
Denver, Aurora?
Aurora.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
mostly Aurora. I'm mostly in Aurora, baby, honestly.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But, like, when I started doing music, I just really tapped into Denver, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And that's when I was everywhere out there doing shows and
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Stuff like that.
That makes sense. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, did you have any other, like, hobbies or anything like that growing up as far as, like, sports, like, outside of music and stuff like that?
Yeah, I played basketball. I played
Okay.
basketball a little bit, all the way up until actually, like, yeah, elementary, middle school, high school.
Okay.
I think the only year I didn't play was my freshman year when I first moved out here. But yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool.
So
So-
yeah, basketball.
sorry. I just
Nah, you
realized,
good.
like, hold up. But okay, so, what year did you start making music? Like, how old are you?
When I was actually making music, I was about maybe 16, I think, cause
Okay.
like I was writing music, you
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like in the middle school maybe, but I didn't start recording until I got here, and it was like my sophomore year. I like linked
Okay.
up with some other dudes at school that was rapping, and the homie Cass, he had a little setup
Okay.
in his basement, so that's when I started recording.
What school did you go to out here?
Rangeview,
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Aurora, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
Aurora for sure.
I had a couple of cousins that went to Rangeview.
Word.
Yeah, but anyways, so like I'm seeing a lot of lyrics in the music and stuff like that. Like you're a real strong lyricist. So you said you write music. So normally when you go in the studio, is it like mostly you writing down, or do you go off the dome sometimes? Like how does that go?
Lately, I've been kind of like trying the freestyle thing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
What I feel in the booth and whatnot. But writing is like where it's at with me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's really how I got into music anyways. Like I always knew I wanted to be a writer of some sort. Mostly an author. And then
Yeah.
I stumbled into music and, figured out that I was good at rapping. So, and that was like a really good way for me to tell my story. I like telling stories, you know what I'm saying?
Most
So
definitely.
I just write all the time.
Yeah.
Like I sit down and write, or I just, pull out my phone or my notepad and I jot things. And most of the time I'll sit by myself and then I create the song. And I like to go into the studio and be prepared already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if it's my money, I'm paying for the session. I like to get in, get it done,
the work
you know what I mean?
in,
So
yeah.
we can get to mixing and everything like that. So yeah.
We'll talk about the importance of, having lyrics written down. And also it takes extra work, you know what I'm saying, to have that penmanship and stuff like that. I think it's important because there's like two vibes of music, I feel like, when it comes to like rap and hip hop. Like you go off the dome freestyling, I like both. So like when I'm hearing people freestyling, it's all, a lot off the energy and like the beats and stuff like that. It's gonna get you hype, when you're driving, whatever. But then when you come in with like real strong lyrics that make you think, it makes you, I don't know, it makes you like analyze life, you know what I'm saying, in a way. It makes you want to make more positive decisions and stuff like that. So yeah, talk about like just the importance of lyrics, just really having a message in your music and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure. No, and it's dope you say that too, because I think a lot of us, we forget or we don't really realize how important lyrics are in music
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
And especially when it's like it's easier to pick up a microphone and do whatever it is you want to do, whatever style. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
sometimes it gets swept under the rug, or sometimes it's like a writer like myself. I'm like, people ain't listening. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do have people that come up to me and like, yo, thank you. You know
No,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it helps. Yeah.
Like I've had like people come up to me crying, you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy to me because I'm like, well, I was crying when I wrote it, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But like people like telling me like, yo, you really helped me on this particular day get through this issue I was having, or yo, you saved my life, or you know, when you say that, like it makes me think way different about how I'm moving in my day to day. And to me, that's real important because that's why I do it. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying? That's
exactly.
just the type of person I am. Like, you know, even the 3 eyes and Trip is me like
Okay.
aspiring to be like on my third eye shit.
Okay.
You
I
know
was
what I'm
gonna ask
saying?
about
So
that. Yeah.
like I'm not like no saint by any means or the most conscious, but like I I try to be as conscious as I can be about myself, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like every step of the way, every day, you know what I'm saying? So I just try to like elevate my self awareness, and I feel like when you're doing that, when you're tapping into like who you are,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
then your job to show other people that
The
same
right
thing
way.
in
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I just feel like it's my job. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
most definitely, especially when you're an artist.
Facts,
But
facts.
quick commercial, man. Shout out to sponsor today's video, 3 a.m. water. Make sure
Shout
y'all go
out
get
3
that
a.m.
hydration for the go-getters.
Facts, facts.
But yeah, I like that you bring that up because I even when we went to it was DJ K-Tone's, what was it really even called? I know it was like poetry.
Yeah, it
What
was
was it
like
correctly called though? I don't
so
know.
DJ K-Tone, that was like his 13th annual birthday bash.
Yeah, yeah.
Like week, pretty much. He does
Yeah,
a
yeah.
whole
Because there
week.
was a couple different events for sure.
Yeah, that was the first night.
Yeah,
He
yeah, the
kicked it off
poetry.
this year. It was the poetry slam,
Mhm.
All Star Poetry Slam. So
Yeah, yeah.
that was his first time doing that, I think. But it was like me and some other like artists from the
Yeah,
town too.
AP, Kayla Rae,
Yeah,
Rachel
Rachel,
Bailey. Who else?
somebody
There
else.
was a lot of people there.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch. It was a whole bunch of
Yeah.
people. We didn't even know how it was gonna be. So
Yeah, yeah.
it was an open mic too, which was dope.
Yeah, there's even a bunch of like younger people too, like
yeah,
speaking a lot of real shit.
yeah,
And the reason I bring that up though is because even I was gaining a lot of insight just being there, listening to what people had to say. Because I was sitting there, I was like, all right, like, you know, when you're doing like rap, hip hop business, there's a lot of like, you know, street shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
right.
being rapped about, etc. And you know, there's a message that needs to be pushed. And it made me even think about some of the things. I'm like, like you really do got to be smart and careful with what you push.
Man.
Like, and the way I look at it is like, I'm trying to push the music so that people can like better themselves and get out of certain situations so that they can become better people and do what they really love to do, which is music. You know what I'm saying? But it's real like important that you're coming in speaking a positive message, you know, and coming in with the lyrics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
in fact, and I'm all for that too. Like, I think a lot of people think because I'm a lyricist, I don't listen to like the street shit. You know what I mean? If I rock with it, I rock with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm listening to that too, and I support that. You know what I mean? It's an outlet. It's a tool for a lot of people that are using it very, very well. But like what I'm learning as a person, you know what I'm saying? More and more and more. Especially like after putting my foot in my mouth like countless times, it's like our words are so important.
They are,
Literally,
you
everything.
manifest, speak it all into existence. Like.
Literally everything is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
Where you're just like, you could say something right now, like, man, I really want some Twizzlers. You could really manifest some Twizzlers into your day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
whatever. I don't know why I said that.
No, it's facts though.
Yeah.
And I like that you bring that up too, because I'll be talking to my boys about this. Like some of them are like, most of them agree for sure, but then there's like a couple that are just like, nah, like it don't work like that. I'm like, yes and no, but if you really think about it, like you do. Like when you know, manifestation, speaking things into existence is huge. Like, I mean, the Sean Cotton interview, like I was DMing him on Instagram so much, no response. Then all of a sudden I'll hit him up on Twitter. like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah.
He happens to be in Denver, like out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like manifestation is real.
It's very real, and it's like once you find out about it, and then you keep your eyes onto it and
Yeah,
keep your
yeah.
eyes peeled, the more it appears into your life, and then you
Facts.
realize like, oh, it's all me, it's all in me already. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And it's just my bad.
No,
It's
you
just
good.
mad important, and like lately too, I've been realizing like my fans, people that listen to me, I don't really have like, people ask me my demographic all the time. I don't really have one. Like they're all different ages,
All
all cultures, like different backgrounds. But lately I've had like all these kids really listen to me because I've been going to like schools and like, you know, talking to them, performing for kids like in middle school, high school. And now they're like big fans of me, and like it's crazy. Like they're the most nerve-wracking group of people to perform in front of.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
you
know they're gonna take a lot of it in. Like,
exactly. But if you know, like, if they think it sucks, you probably suck.
yeah, because they have no filter. Like,
exactly. And if they think you're great, you're great. And then so that's how I know. I'm like, oh man, forget all these other people. You know what I'm saying? The kids is where it's at. But like, I've had them like really write me like, yo, thank you for coming to my school. Like this means a lot. Like, and someone like me, sometimes you think like, man, my lyrics may not mean much to them because I know what they listening to right now.
Yeah.
But they're human. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot to them. So it's important for me to just like keep that going. And that's something I just realized like a couple weeks ago, where I was like, all right, I'm doing the right thing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm really making an impact, and like it's good, you know.
Hell yeah. So where'd you get the name Jay Triiiple?
Jay is from my middle name.
Okay.
Tripp was really like a nickname I got stuck with, you know what I'm saying? But like, if
Talk about it. We gotta hear it now.
If you ask the people close to me now, like they'll tell you that it's because I'm a trip. I be tripping.
Okay.
I be tripping a lot. But I'm trying to like be cool on that and just stick to the 3I part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not trip so much, but it's a balance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
no.
yeah.
I feel like we all trip a little bit. Even I be tripping. Like,
I be tripping sometimes. I be tripping sometimes.
Yeah, hell
so
yeah. And all right, well, now that we're on this energy and manifestation thing, like I really enjoy talking about that because, not to say like, everyone's not on it or something, but I feel like once that topic gets brought up, it's like really interesting, and intriguing to dive into. So, have you always had the 3 I's in your name?
Yeah, and it's funny because like it really didn't happen on some like conscious shit like that.
I'm woke all the time.
Right, yeah. It wasn't even like that. It was because like Twitter wouldn't let me have one eye when I was creating my name, so I put 3 I's, and then I was just like, all right, everything just kind of came together. You know what I'm saying? And fit my personality. But yeah.
Okay. Have you always been like really spiritual?
Yeah.
Would you say?
Most definitely. Since I even like knew what it was, you know what I mean? I used to, not to like go off the deep end, but like
I'm about to ask, man. I got to.
Nah, when I was like a kid, and this is like stories I like heard from my parents and little things I remember, but like I used to sense things, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah,
like
I feel that.
Spirits and stuff like that. Or I used to like see things
like
coming out
sense?
the walls and shit like that. Like it was kind of weird, but I didn't know what it was, you know what I'm saying? But like I would always tell like my mom and dad, like I would see like, you know what I mean, spirits and stuff like that. And that's not what makes me spiritual. I'm just saying like I always remember having like a sense of spirit. You know what I'm saying? And like I was like raised in church and stuff like that when I was a lot younger. So at some point it was religious, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it was.
Yeah,
like,
that's how it is. You grow up in it.
Yeah. You grow up in it. So but yeah, I definitely say I say I got a good relationship with God as far as just knowing that God, that's the name that I'm choosing to put on.
I called creator of the universe God.
You know what I'm saying? The universe, like knowing that it's there and it's everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
No, yeah, for sure. I feel you on that too, cause like I don't know, I kind of grew up a little religious, not too much really, but I feel like as I got older, like I remember just really becoming into like spirits, but just like how the universe was created, like consciousness, manifestation, stuff like that. And I feel you on those senses though, cause like I've been in points where I'll be like walking down the street and like I'll see like a car coming or something like before it comes, and I'll like
Yeah.
tell my boy like, yeah, watch out, like type shit.
And
But
then
that,
something happened, yeah.
yeah, and
honestly.
he even told me one time, he's like, bro, you got like a sixth sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like we all do, but
So more
I feel
people
you.
maybe like tapped in. You know
More
what I'm
people are
saying?
more like they analyze it more. They're more like
Right.
aware of it, I guess you could say.
At
I
least
feel
it,
like.
this part of our journey. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
'Cause it's
yeah.
like I feel like I feel like we're all. I mean, we are all spiritual beings. You know what I'm saying? But we're all like where we are in our journeys. You know what I'm saying? So that's about as far as I can go.
Yeah,
Like other than that,
I
I'm like
feel
I
you.
don't really know exactly what
Yeah.
everything is, but I'm here to experience it.
Yeah,
And I definitely say as I got older, like the stronger it's getting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right now, like I choose to wake up every day and be, you know what I mean? Like who am I? Who are we? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that.
It's all one and the same. But I mean, you don't necessarily have to answer this, but now I'm kind of interested. Like, what is your opinion of religion in the most like middle collie way, without getting too one sided or anything like that? I suppose you could say.
I feel like it has its purpose.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? Like everything does. But I
Facts.
feel like the problem with us humans is we take a lot of things to the extreme instead of letting it serve its purpose and letting it go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We like to hold on to things because we don't have all the answers.
Facts.
So I feel like that's like what it is with religion. We got it, like, you know what I mean? Got a sense of something, some sort of truth, and then held on to it and then made it the extreme and made it for everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of letting it be what it is, you know what I'm saying? And
Facts. That's a good point. I like how you brought that up, because being spiritual, or even, you know, believing in God, like just having religion isn't a bad thing, but I feel like I'm trying to word this the right way. I feel like you said, it has its purpose. It's just people do take it to the extreme. I feel like they try to stay in certain ways, like old ways and stuff like that, when we're advancing and evolving as human beings. And I feel like it's not bad to not be religious or be religious. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, we don't really have all the answers of how we got here necessarily and stuff like that. So I think people just need to be okay with being here on earth, being grateful for being here,
Facts.
like having life, being one with God, creator of the universe, and just letting it be like that. Not having to necessarily follow specific rules or I mean, everyone knows from good from bad. You know what I'm saying? You know not to go down the street and just like shoot someone.
Why do I need all these rules that, like, when you really break it down, it don't make sense as a spiritual being. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't even make sense. Like, you're literally confining my spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even have this curiosity or this, you know what I'm saying? What it is in me that's like stirring up, you know what I'm saying? And for you to have these rules. And I remember I was going through a time where I was really, really struggling with religion because it was all I knew. I mean, I was going through a time I was like, something about it's not right. Like, a lot of it is, but I was like, something's not right. And it was very, very hard for me. And I remember I heard something and it said that there's truth in everything, but not everything is the truth.
Fact.
And that, like, literally hearing that kind of like set me free. I was like, oh, okay. So like, even now, I'm not the most religious, or do I necessarily believe in everything in like Christianity?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I read the Bible because I'm like, they're saying the same thing that's in the Quran. You know what I'm saying? They're saying the same thing that's in all these other religions and these old proverbs, and it's just wisdom. That's like, for me, I'm just like, how do I become wiser? You know what I mean? Life experience and knowing good from wrong, as far as like what we do to ourselves and others. That's as simple as I could put it.
And I think it's important because it should be more about becoming a better person every day and making the right decisions, because like I said, everyone knows, you know, when you're making a good and bad decision. So just growing as humans, making the right decisions, and not necessarily like thinking something's wrong just because it doesn't necessarily go with a specific religion. More or less, just like I said, becoming better people. But anyways, let's get into the music.
Facts.
I'm seeing a lot of the visuals. I'm seeing a lot of the visuals. It seems like you really take your time. I think it was sad of visuals. It looked like
Yeah, Sad Visions.
sad vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
The melodies. Yeah.
I was watching that video. I'm like, damn, I haven't seen no one do that in Denver yet. Like that type of visual. And I think was it Melanin Melodies? Was it on that song? Yeah. So I was like, damn, you're out here really speaking a message too through the visuals as well, not even just the music. So talk about the importance of videography, you know what I'm saying, investing in that and making sure just like the music videos come out right.
Yeah, it's very important. I personally, I'm like, I want to get way better, you know what I'm saying? And it's because I'm seeing my peers like really kill it with their stuff, you know what I mean? I want to get better. I mean, I love visuals, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, as soon as I create a song, I typically have like the idea in my head already, you know? When it came to Melanin Melody, excuse me, shout out Flashy with Sad Visions. I really let him do his thing on that.
Is he from Denver?
Yeah, he's Denver for sure. And I found out about him through like who is it? Like Ralphie Sway.
Oh, okay.
He did some videos with him and like Jay Triiiple when they was like a group. And that was really dope. And he worked with somebody else. That's how I came across him, and I was like, oh, he's different. So if you go look at his videos, like he has a lot of videos like that, like super creative dude. So
you're putting me on to him right now.
Yeah, you gotta check him out because like all his videos are like super creative like that. Like I don't know anybody out here that's really doing it like him. You know what I'm saying? So I really just let him do his thing, and I went to do something different and kind of just let go. Because sometimes I be like trying to stay in my little bubble, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, let me do something different, especially with a song like that, you know, where I was really saying something and, you know, was really impactful. I wanted to see where somebody else could take it with their imagination, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I love how it came out, and then, you know, we got D Brown, the legend D Brown in the video and whatnot. He showed love. That was like random, but...
Oh yeah, I saw that. He shouted you out before the video, right? Yeah,
cause like I put a bar in the song. I was like, they would love if I D Brown and cover my eyes like that old D Brown dunk.
Yeah. Yeah, you had him. You had
I had the dunk in the video.
Yeah. I saw that.
Random basketball bar. I was like, I put basketball bars in my songs all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's like my favorite shit.
Cause it's you, Where did that scene come from? Because I've seen that somewhere, but I can't remember. Was that a movie or was that like a actual game?
That was an actual slam dunk contest.
Yeah.
And this guy I met, Tim Gel. He's like a longtime friend of D Brown. He was like, "Yo, you mind if I send him the song?" I was like, sure. No. Like, like I'm gonna say no. And he sent it, and long story short, like D Brown's like one of my biggest fans. Like,
hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he really rocks me now. He just show love, and I was supposed to go out to LA to do the video, to be in it with him, because he like works for the Clippers now or something like that. But
that's crazy.
I didn't make it, but he just did a shout out, so that was dope too, to have him like a part of that. And
hell yeah. So that's love off the strength for real. Hell yeah.
Facts.
And I gotta point this out now. I saw you wearing the Lakers hat at the Poet Night. Now I see you wearing the Lakers in the 924 video. Are you a Lakers fan?
Yeah, I'm a Lakers fan, but they're my second favorite team. It's the
first?
Bulls.
The Bulls? Okay.
You know, hometown. Like,
yeah.
You know. But yeah, I love the Lakers. I love Kobe. Like, that was my favorite player of all time. You know what I'm saying? So
he's like Jordan. Like,
yeah. Facts. So like, Kobe's my favorite, so it was like, and that's the only reason I really liked the Lakers when I was coming up, was because of Kobe, you know.
No, seriously though.
Yeah.
I'm a Lakers fan too, and because of Kobe, like,
a lot of people like. Otherwise, a lot of people did hate the Lakers.
Oh yeah, they used to hate the Lakers, and you were even talking about that in that song too. When you
924.
Yeah. You were talking about like
they hated Jesus, hated Kobe, so I put the 24 on my back and the cross too. Yeah.
It's crazy how that shit works.
I know. I was thinking about that line when he passed. I was like, shit, fuck it, I'm about to be like Kobe, like even more now, real, like you know.
Talk about how Kobe inspired you and stuff, because I mean, that Mamba mentality is huge. I mean, he inspired me. He inspired millions of people. So talk about that and like
facts. And Kobe's just the culture. You know what I'm saying? You think about the culture is Kobe and like AI and you know what I mean, Jordan. like for
LeBron,
me at
yeah.
least, like how old I am, like Fresh Prince. You know what I mean? I got the Bel Air jersey on now.
Yeah.
Like, so like Kobe was like, just my childhood. You know what I'm saying?
For
Coming
sure,
up
yeah.
and everything, and of course the mindset and the grind. Every time like I see an interview of his or a game, I'm like, I'm not working hard enough. Like,
Oh yeah, no, seriously.
I'm like,
though.
what am I
Yeah,
doing?
yeah.
Let me get my ass up, like,
Seriously.
and get to it. So, much respect for Kobe forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all day.
What was that feeling like when you found out what
Man,
happened?
I was initially just shocked. I like literally couldn't believe it. My jaw literally was dropped, and I
Yeah.
just was like in shock. And I was doing something, kind of running around all day. And I remember when I finally got home, I literally cried like a
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
I was like, holy shit. And it's still like weird to think about.
No,
Like
for
I don't
real.
think it really hit me till like last week after his memorial. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah, that shit was sad.
that was like the first time it really hit me.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
you know, when somebody passed, like you see pictures of him or
It's
something, and you're
surreal at
like,
first,
damn,
you're
they're
like,
gone. But with
yeah.
Kobe, I was like,
You didn't.
Nah.
He was just such a like massive icon. Like
yeah.
he impacted so many people. When you first hear about it, you're kind of just like you're kind of in
Mhm.
shock, like you said. You're not necessarily taking it all in, and then time goes by, and you're like, oh yeah, he's gone. Like
Yeah,
it's just
man.
sad.
It's
yeah.
crazy, man.
So what you got any music coming out? Any tapes, albums, singles dropping?
Yeah, yo. I just put out a single called Rainbow.
Okay.
And so I'm letting that ride a little bit because that's a different one for me. And, like, I'm really seeing how people are taking that song, being affected by it. So I
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah.
you know what I mean, letting them sit with that. But I got a project ready to go. It's different.
Okay.
It's not like, I mean, like the normal hip-hop you used to, seeing from me. But it's more geared towards, like, radio.
Okay.
And, like, the ladies and stuff like that. But it's fire. And I got some fire features on there.
Hell yeah.
I got Kayla Rae. I got
Have y'all
Keenan.
done a song yet?
Yeah, me and Kayla, we've done a couple, but we've
Have they
only
dropped yet?
put out one.
Oh, okay.
Beyonce.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my song featuring her. Y'all should
I'm gonna have to go check that
one
out.
out.
Yeah.
We got Beyonce that's out. We've done like some songs, but I think that's the only one we put out so far.
Okay.
She's gonna be on a project. Me and her actually supposed to do a couple more for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So Rachel Bailey, Keenan Trayvon, Shine the Goddess, Kid Astronaut, like all them.
That's,
You know what I'm
Keenan,
saying?
Trayvon, and Rich. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's gonna be a good project
Yeah,
then for
facts.
sure.
It's gonna be tight. But I got a lot of music I'm working on. Really, I'm just like building my team behind the scenes right now.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
putting some pieces together. So I'm really just being patient.
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
When's that finna drop?
I don't know. I
You
really don't know yet.
No,
No,
you got a name for the project?
I do. It's called I Love You.
Okay.
So yeah,
yeah.
I've been working on that one for a little minute. But yeah, I don't really know just yet. I'll probably be releasing a single pretty soon here, next month or two,
Okay, bet.
from the project, and
Oh, yeah.
then
Yeah.
see
All
when
right,
people want it.
our links will be in the description for sure.
Yeah, for
Hell
sure.
yeah, hell yeah. So man, that's crazy. Rachel Bailey, Keenan Trayvon, and Kayla Rae
Yeah.
on that.
Facts.
I'm looking forward to that
Yeah,
one.
the one with me and Keenan is nasty. I mean, the one with me and Rachel's nasty too. Like,
yeah.
it's hard. It's hard. Me and Keenan did a song called "Blessing and a Curse,"
Okay.
and that's our second collaboration together.
Hell yeah.
I love working with him. He's super dope. He works pretty quick. And the song me and Rachel got, we actually did 2 years ago. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did 2 years ago. Actually, in Kayla's closet. Like, we was all kind of like meeting each other at the, like, for the first time. Or we knew each other a little bit, but like, yeah, Kayla engineered my second project.
Really?
Yeah.
She be engineering too?
I mean, not really now, but like,
yeah. But at the time.
but yeah, at the time, like,
Oh,
she was
yeah.
doing all her own stuff, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then at the time, I don't think I had nowhere to record, or she was just like, why don't you record with me, let me do it, and then you take it and go get it mixed. So she did my project, Who's Triple 1.5.
Okay.
So she recorded all of that,
That's
which is
crazy.
crazy. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, people don't know.
Yeah, they don't
It's
know
facts.
that. Yeah, she been grinding. But yeah, we did that song 2 years ago with her, and then we decided to bring it back, and then it's way better now. So,
Yeah. How did y'all meet? You and Kayla?
me and Kayla, we met at an open mic. I was just talking about this. I was hosting an open mic.
Oh,
at
yeah, I heard of that, yeah.
the Black Box, and she like came in for the open mic, and I remember I was introducing her, and I was like, yeah, everybody make some noise for. I was like, what's your name? She's like, Kayla Rae, and I'm like, oh yeah, Kayla Rae. And she did her thing, and then we still didn't really know each other. Fast forward, we actually did another open mic. It was like a contest to see who was gonna win to like earn a spot on to open it for like Jacquees, and me and her both actually ended up tying together and then having to split the money and all that.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, the rest was history.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
What's your opinion on like Denver and Colorado? Just like the whole scene from the Springs up here, like just.
I mean, as far as the Springs go, just to get that out the way, I don't know too much about them.
Yeah.
And that's just, it is what it is. But I see, is that Mel Stack's name up there? Yeah, I seen that. Shout out to her.
Yeah. That interview's dropping next month for sure.
Where we haven't linked up yet, but like we done chopped it up like online, and you know what I mean.
No, yeah, she's coming crazy.
Yeah, respect.
Did you? I don't know if you checked that Money Walk.
Yeah, I did.
That shit was going hard.
I did.
Like,
yeah, respect. I fucks with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shout out to her. She's doing her thing, and keep doing your thing. I got a couple other like homies in the Springs that be doing their thing, but I feel like all in all, like everybody just gotta connect more. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Do their thing, even when it comes down to what we doing here in Denver. Like,
yeah.
we just gotta do what we're doing, but do it even more.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not hearing of another city or state that's doing what we're doing right now.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like
we got a unique sound. I feel like, and you could kind of start to hear it. I don't know. I don't even like talking about it because like then I get all lost and confused.
Yeah.
But like we genuinely have a sound here. Like and I feel like you only know if you really like listen to the people out here who are making music and stuff like that. But you've been making music for a while. So what's your opinion? 5 years ago, looking at the Denver and just the whole Colorado scene compared to now, like
way different. Like a whole bunch more artists, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about this yesterday. I was like, when I first moved here, first people I heard of was like Trev, Preez.
Yeah.
And back then they was called Box Boys. And
yeah.
That was all I heard about, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm sure there was other people doing their thing.
Yeah,
but like the
for sure.
Like Interstate, I heard of all them guys and everything like that. But then now you got like a wave of artists.
You got a whole wave, yeah.
A whole wave, and like different sounds. Like it's crazy. Like there's new artists like every day I'm hearing about them. Like I ain't know about them, but they popping. Like
yeah.
You know what I mean? They got their shit going. It's way different though. Way more access, way more platforms such as
facts.
You guys, and shout out to y'all. Like that's needed and appreciated.
Of course, appreciate it.
Yeah, all the different platforms and different events such as like K-Tone, what he got going on. I love it. Like I think it's dope.
Yeah,
you know
it's a beautiful thing for real.
We got options, you know what I'm saying? So,
hell yeah.
And like it might kind of be going off topic, but it just reminded me when I first came here to Colorado, I was never like the popular kid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm cool with everybody. But like I remember when I came out here, I didn't know none of the dudes that was popping at all. Like I'm still not like friends with them either.
Yeah.
Like so I was never popular in the in crowd. And I remember the people around me used to think that you had to be popular to get on in Denver.
Yeah.
Totally false. So I just wanted to like debunk that myth right now. Like
no,
it's
that's
not
facts
true.
too.
It's not true.
I mean, like I didn't really know anyone either. Like you just started doing interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like it just happened. Like
you just put yourself in that place, and
facts.
if you the right person at that time, and honestly, if you're good enough, you know what I'm saying, if
It'll
people
work.
rock with you, you know, good energy, all that, like it'll happen. But I even started my team, my movement, Losers Table, which is like you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You can still make your ways,
That's
make
smart,
it pop and win.
You put a lot of meaning behind a lot of shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, I be thinking a lot. That's why I just be sitting in my room thinking too much.
No, for real.
But yeah, I love what Denver's doing. So shout out to everybody doing their thing.
Hell yeah. No, it's crazy to see. Like, I haven't even been involved with the scene out here. Only been like 2 years, really. But just watching it from even like a couple years ago to now, I'm like, damn, like artists are doing over 100K, you know, as far as like views and stuff like that.
Doing dope shit.
We have blogs coming out here from out of state now a little bit. Like, I don't know, it's a beautiful thing.
It's like little wins but big wins.
Exactly, yeah. Big wins for us. Like from the
Yeah.
outside in, they might not think it's too big, but for like people in Colorado, it's like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And as soon as people stop shitting on it inside and outside, the
Yep.
quicker it's just gonna be better for all of us.
Facts.
But you know,
And that's facts. And I also feel like it's not necessarily just like one group of people doing big or like one side of Denver. It's like every side of Colorado, Denver, Aurora, the Springs, even Boulder, like there's just like so much different good music coming out from everywhere. And it's like, it's a beautiful thing. People are slowly like really starting to come together a lot. The hate's just gonna be there regardless. That's just what it is. But for the most part, like a lot more people are starting to connect. Like you said, the media platforms are starting to come up a little bit. It really is a beautiful thing. And do you think like, you know how Chicago had their wave, Texas has their wave. Like, do you think Denver or Colorado in general, like, could have a little wave like that with a bunch of artists just boom, boom, like popping?
Yeah, I believe anything's possible. I think that it's up to us whether we're going to lock in more so than anything, because we have the talent. It's not even about that. Like a lot of people like to make it about that. And to my artists out there, don't listen to them people because they're not doing shit anyways or whatever. Like fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, but like it's a matter of locking in, like focusing. You know what I'm saying? And being like, fuck all the bullshit. Let's put this aside. What can I learn from you? You know what I'm saying? Facts. What can we teach each other? What can we do for each other? And what I really mean is by polishing up. You know what I'm saying? When I'm looking at my left and I see Kayla like doing big shit, I'm like, I gotta step it up. And I'm looking to my right and then I'm seeing like Ray Reed. You know what I'm saying? I gotta step it up. You know what I'm saying? It's and not even and then taking it a step past that and be like, it's not even about y'all. Like, we got to compare ourselves to the industry, not the person that's next to us. You know what I'm saying? And then put ourselves at that standard and even higher.
Exactly.
And then I think that's when we'll get our wave, is when we start thinking like that outside this box.
Exactly, because then it all boils down back to manifestation, speaking things into existence, all that stuff.
And there's a lot of artists and people doing it, but I think there's always a smaller selection of people who really get that. Or that break out of that like small town mindset where you realize like, oh, it's not even about this at all. If you want it to be, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But in order to get us to that next level, we really you gotta think next level.
You know
what I mean? So.
And I feel you on that. Because even with the name MileHighMinute, like obviously it's Denver and Colorado based because we're a Mile High, whatever. But at the same time, it's not like, oh, Denver media this, or, you know, even if you look at the logo, it's a TV, the MHM in front of it. Like, it's not just Denver, you know what I'm saying? Or just Colorado. Like, obviously we're from here, so we got to show love to the people out here. Otherwise, we ain't getting nowhere. But it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy
like,
to me how people want to be the king and the queen in Colorado. I'm I don't know.
We ain't gonna get nowhere if we just keep thinking that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
at the same time, I love my town. I love my city. Like,
exactly.
I personally, like me, like at the beginning of the interview, you call me a Denver legend. I'm like, shit, I'm trying to be, right?
Yeah.
Like, and when I say that, I'm like, man, I'm trying to be like K-Tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real Denver legend to me, right?
Yeah.
But like, I know where that comes from, and then I respect that, and I take that with pride. You know what I'm saying? And honor, because a lot of people want the love from their hometown.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't get it, and a lot of people are never going to get it. And it just is what it is for whatever reason. Like, but I understand why, like, my city does rock with me. And like I said, I love and I appreciate it. But I can't go no further if I'm just like, well, yeah, I'm the queen of Colorado.
Yeah. Oh, I need to be on this list or that list. Like,
all that stuff. And like, I wish that, you know, artists and everybody would just get out of that mindset of trying to be the top of Colorado, because it's like, all right, cool, but then what? You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like all the top artists, I don't even want to word it like that, but like all the good artists out here who are like making noise and getting recognition, you notice they never really get too upset about the list or get upset about not being this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Because
leave that to the fans, man.
Yeah, because that's a fact. But y'all are just so focused on bigger things, like on making quality music, doing it because you love the music, and just making it bigger than just Colorado. You know what I'm saying? The people that be mad usually just be like, the fans, like you said.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
you know some mad rappers, and I
That just aren't really making noise necessarily.
yeah, exactly. I get it, but you know it is what it is. The people are speaking. You know what I'm saying? If you're seeing like the same names like constantly,
Facts.
like we don't, you know who the names are.
Yeah.
It's like it's a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like
They don't get caught up in the controversy.
you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. You just gotta respect it and,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
move on. But I really hope great things for Colorado. Like,
Oh yeah.
a lot of people think I'm crazy for that, but I see it. You know, it may be
No,
because I'm
yeah,
from
yeah.
a small town, so I'm like, oh, this
Facts.
shit's still tight to me. You know what I
Hell
mean? So a
yeah.
whole lot more going on than it is at home. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And not only this, I was talking about this with Meezy too. You got to work to even get on the list and be recognized out here too. First of all, you can't just drop a couple songs and boom,
Right.
like I'm here. Like nah, you got to put in the work. You got
Yeah.
to network. All that comes with it too.
And people
But-
gotta respect you.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Like when we did our first interview, no one knew who the fuck we were. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But over time, building the right relationships, working with the right people, it comes. But with Meezy, we were talking about how when you're being negative or just like, being upset about a certain situation or something, you manifest that energy into life, right? So if you, from the outside in, if you're looking at the list and you don't see your name with the top names, you should, hey, you know what? I'm going to step back. I'm going to just keep working. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Manifest the right energy. Because if I'm talking down on them, they're not going to want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? But if you think positive, you talk up, just give the most respect to the people who are doing it already in Denver and Colorado in general. Like, you're manifesting that positive energy into your life and it's going to happen. You
Trust
know what
me.
I'm saying? So,
That's like so true. So true. I can't even tell you how many artists I've seen. Like, where I probably didn't even know they was artists, but like, we're friends on Facebook and I see them talking stuff about everybody on the list and I'm like, I'll probably never work with you.
yeah,
like,
no, exactly.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
now it's
I'm like,
gonna
oh,
be
you're a
10
hater.
times harder.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
And then that it is what it is. It's
Yeah.
interesting you say that about Meezy. I remember one time I randomly was in my feelings on like Facebook and I was like, man, all the people that's like not rocking with me now are gonna be mad.
Yeah.
Woo.
We've been there, yeah.
And he was like, man, don't keep that energy though. You know what I'm saying? Some people
Facts.
just late to the party. And I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, you right. You know what I'm saying? Because if I hold on to that energy, those people that come back around, I'm just gonna turn them away. Like,
Exactly,
all I wanted for them was to listen in the first place.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly,
I'm saying? Get
yeah,
their
yeah.
ear. So why even be mad?
No, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meezy's that was a good interview too, cause like he be getting really deep too. But so what's the first song someone should go check out after this interview of yours?
Shit, since we talking about music, make sure you go check out our song Energy on Change Over Dollars. But the first song I would say would be, that's a hard one, cause I be having different favorites. But right now, I would say go check out Rainbow. That's my latest song. And it's about like, my coming out story, which for me, I don't like put no type of labels on myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even to be like I'm a black artist or a female artist or a gay, I don't do that because that's just not the type of person I am, and I don't even think in the box like that. But that song is about like my story, and it just really goes there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like you'll get to see
Gets
it.
people to know the real you.
Yeah, you'll see like who I am, the real me. Time Flies. That's a really great song. Y'all should check.
Okay.
Man, just go check it all out. But
Yeah.
actually, if I had to sum it all up, my latest project, Change Over Dollars. That's
Okay.
what y'all need to go bump right now. Change Over Dollars.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What's some adversity you had to face growing up, or even just with the music, like that really like tested you and keeps you motivated to keep working, keep chasing your dreams, keep doing what you love?
I just always been kind of a more introverted type of person.
Yeah.
Like I just do my own thing, be in my head sometimes, whatever. So my bad.
No, you good.
So when I came out to Colorado, I went through a whole lot of change, like where I had to like leave my mom's back home. Like she was like an alcoholic at the time, so she was in rehab when me and my brother like had to move out here. So that was hard leaving her. And then my dad got married to some like, woman I had no idea about. Then I was going from a small town to a big city.
Yeah.
leaving all my friends to like no friends, like, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't.
Yeah.
And then like being a 14, 15-year-old girl, like going through those changes. So I didn't know who I was or like what was going to happen. So that was a big like moment in my life for me where I went through a lot of change and where like the introverted side of me became even more about like solitude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just like from there I went through like a really long, like even ongoing period of depression, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To sum up all like the stories and everything like that, but like, you know, that's something I really battled a lot, what seems like all my life, you know. And I talk about it a lot in my music, actually.
And depression is real, like, you know, on social media we all have our image and stuff like that, but we all have feelings too, you know what I'm saying? We all have different struggles, so talk about that a little bit. Like, just
I be talking about it on my social media sometimes. I posted something last night and I was just bro, it's real, like, you know.
How do you get through those moments when you're down and you're depressed, you know?
Man, different things, but like it's interesting.
Yeah.
Before I came here, I was working on a puzzle. And I was like, man, I'm like one of the funniest rappers I know. Like, like depending on like, you know, what day you catch me on, is like sometimes I'll be watching nothing but battle rap and like I'll be mad aggressive, and the other days I'm like real innocent, real chill, like, and that's just who I am, you know what I mean?
Facts.
I just try to honor like who I am, you know, in that moment. But my point was that I was doing the puzzle and I was like, man, I really like this. I was like, I could see myself doing this when like my brain needs a break. You know what I'm saying? So like now it's different things. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm like just doing whatever it is that makes me feel good at that moment. Whatever it is I gotta do. Like, man, take a walk. You know what I'm saying? Just chill with my girl, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I watch basketball. Like, honestly, now I'm just naming things, but really, it's really just about, like, finding what it is that's going to make you feel good at that moment. Because all you need sometimes is just that momentum to get you out of that funk. Ooh, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't heard that one. That was
For
good.
sure, man. Cause
that moment.
It's deep, man. Like, it's real deep. I got tons of songs about it, too. It's crazy. Like, Damage on my first project, Jay Triiiple. I really go into it a lot there. But that whole project is actually about me going through it, but then manifesting me coming out of it as well. So it's like an entire story about that. But I really like, you know, try to stay prayed up as much as I can and just learn about who I am as a spiritual being.
For sure,
You know what I'm saying? And just be like, I know who I am and learn about the power of words. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff.
Hell
so,
yeah. I was watching this Kobe interview, and he was talking about like getting through depression, just down times, and he just being Kobe, he made it seem so simple, just because that's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it really kind of is though.
Sometimes when you think about it, it's very simple.
Yeah, and he just said, "What you just gotta think about what exactly it is you're tripping on, or whatever." You know what I'm saying? And then analyze why you're tripping on it and solve the problem. Like, it's really it can be that simple, but sometimes depression, you know what I'm saying, gets you down.
Yeah.
But you know, you just gotta keep fighting, keep becoming a better person every day.
Facts. Sometimes it really is that simple. Like, it really is. And then you're just like,
in your head,
damn.
like.
You're like, damn. But that's the beauty of it, and that's why you have to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't last, and it's reversible. You know what I'm saying? Really, and really, depression is just an addiction to negative thinking.
Facts.
That's all it is an addiction to thoughts. We're creatures of habitat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just having a bad thought over and over and over, or a belief, to the point it becomes a belief. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're telling yourself, like, I'm not shit, but then you, like, do it over and over and over and over and over again, you believe it, that's, like, the state of, you know what I mean? The state you become into, like, depression or whatever.
Yeah, you're manifesting that energy.
Yeah, facts. So, you got to do what you got to do. And if to all my readers out there, I'm reading a book right now actually called Emotional Intelligence.
Okay. I think I saw that on your Instagram too.
Yeah, I'm almost done with that. That's a really great book. And it's like you learn so much about like what's going on, but then you're like, oh, this is the only reason it's here. It's just
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what I mean, how we were raised, you know what I'm saying,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
just certain things like that, like habit, and then you realize, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's not me, you know what I'm saying? It's just
sure.
like, you know.
Hell yeah. So what's one piece of advice you have for anyone out there, you know, just entrepreneurs, people who, you know,
Yeah.
are chasing their dreams, just like doing something that's out of the ordinary, I guess you could say, you know, becoming an artist or just not living like a regular life, you could say. Someone who really genuinely is just chasing their dreams, I guess the best way I could put it.
Learn who you are as early as you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just keep learning. We're never gonna stop learning about ourselves.
Facts.
That's the realest thing I could say is just learn who you are.
I like that. I haven't heard that answer
Can't go
yet.
wrong. You know what I mean? So
Hell yeah. All right, where can the people find you? Twitter, Instagram, all that.
Find me everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Jay Triiiple with 3 eyes. My bad, my voice is going out. Like I said, I was like sick all week.
We've been talking.
Jay Triiiple with 3 eyes. Jay Triiiple everywhere. You can find that on all the streaming platforms as well. So my name's the same on everything. So yeah.
Okay, so
check
you
me
on
out.
SoundCloud, Apple,
Yep.
YouTube,
Spotify, YouTube, all that. Yeah,
Okay.
everything.
Hell yeah, make sure y'all go follow her on everything.
Facts,
all the
facts.
links will be in the description. Big shout out to the sponsor today, 3 a.m.
Yeah, I
Water.
need some of that.
Make sure y'all go get hydration for the go-getters. Make sure y'all go follow Jay Triiiple on everything like I've been saying. The links will be in the description. Make sure y'all comment down below who you want to see next on the Mile High Minute. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell button to stay notified when all the latest news drop. And I don't know if I already said it, but yeah, comment down below who you want to see next on the Mile High Minute. Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe. We out.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah, appreciate you.
That was like perfect timing. My voice started going out.
Camera got it down. That was almost an hour long.
I figured, oh damn.
That was
That was good.
yeah.
Appreciate you.